Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter." Today, we start a conversation about an issue that really matters for all Americans: education. We gather together because we want to see more students graduate from high school and lead happy, productive adult lives. Our time together is based on the beliefs that first, success in school hinges on many factors, both within and outside of the school day. And second, we share both a common concern about the issues and roles to play. If this strikes a chord with you, you've come to the right place. During this forum, we'll work together to better understand the reasons for and consequences of dropping out of high school. Consider different approaches to helping more students succeed and graduate. Identify actions that are likely to make a positive difference and are doable in terms of time, resources, and public support. Examine the roles of families, schools, businesses, and community and faith-based organizations in supporting student success. Explore potential actions and next steps. But first, some background. 25% of American students drop out of high school, 1 out of every 4 who starts the 9th grade. That's about 1.2 million students every year, or 6,400 students every school day. Students from low-income families and students of color have lower graduation rates than do white and more affluent students. Studies show that most students who drop out do not make rush decisions. Rather, they disengage over a period of time. Some said they become bored and unmotivated. Some dropped out because they failed courses or felt discouraged. Others says they dropped out to support their families or care for children. A large majority of people who were surveyed about dropping out said they regret their decision. About 3/4 claimed they would stay in school if they had to do it over again. High school graduates make more money over their lifetimes, are more likely to have health insurance, pay more taxes, and purchase goods, as well as contribute to local economies. A more educated population results in fewer citizens who require public assistance or being in prison. In our technology-oriented 21st century society, almost 2/3 of all jobs will require some type of education beyond high school. In this forum, we'll consider 3 approaches to helping young people succeed in school. Each approach has its strengths and weaknesses, and we will carefully consider each approach and then discuss and deliberate what actions will be beneficial for our community. Many of us will see at least some value in each of the approaches. The challenge lies in coming to agreement on priorities and be willing to act on them. The forum is the beginning of that process. We hope it leads to further discussions involving wider circles of people who care about the success of our young people in school, work, and life. We want you to consider 3 distinct approaches that will encourage students to stay in school. Each approach offers specific actions or projects, and each approach also has its drawbacks. Our purpose today is not to choose one approach over the other 2. What we want to do is weigh the possible strengths and drawbacks of these actions and choose what makes sense for our community. So let's briefly consider the 3 approaches. Approach 1, invest in the development of all youth. The first approach helps us understand that it takes a village to raise a child. This approach looks at all aspects of a child's development: physical, intellectual, social, civic, and emotional. Many organizations in the community are involved in this work: faith communities, athletic programs, the visual and performing arts, social service agencies, and support groups, among others. Possible actions that are related to this approach include: strengthen the community infrastructure for youth development through recreation facilities, libraries, and cultural arts programs. Expand school community and faith-based programs that reduce pregnancy, substance abuse, and bullying. In this approach, the entire community has educational responsibilities, not just the school system. Approach number 2, make education more relevant and effective. The 21st century society offers plenty of new challenges. We need to teach and learn with the awareness that technology has influenced the way we communicate and gather information. Possible actions that are related to this approach include engage the business community in education as career mentors, curriculum advisors, and internship and apprenticeship sponsors. Beginning in middle school, help students explore and focus on the vocational and career interests that lead to good jobs. Today, young people need to prepare themselves to experience a variety of careers. No longer do we expect to stay in one job for our entire adult lives. Consequently, students must learn skills that are adaptable to multiple careers. Approach 3, build strong relationships. Each of us can point to a person beyond our families who made a difference in our young lives. A coach, guidance counselor, a band leader, a dance instructor, a pastor. Success in education and life requires people who cheer us on. Possible actions that are related to this approach include offer parenting education and support. After all, parents are children's first and most influential teachers. Expand opportunities for both adult and peer mentoring programs. Committed and caring adult friends and mentors go a long way to ensuring a young person's development. In conclusion, these 3 approaches combined with our ideas will make for a helpful discussion. Now is the time for us to share our ideas with friends and fellow citizens. Enjoy this opportunity to discuss a very important community issue, success in school, helping young people get ready for life.